We are talking about triangle congruence postulates, and we want to use these theorems in order to prove triangles are congruent. And the first one is redraw overlapping triangles, the first step, and in this case we don't have to. So now we can go into these next couple steps. And again, we have some information that's written down for us already. So the first one is R is the midpoint of line segment PT. And the reason that we can say that is that it's given. Now, from that information, we can't make any marks on our drawing, but because R is the midpoint, we can say that PR, so line segment PR, is congruent. So we'll put 3 marks there, and that's a side. So PR is first. So P is first, R is the middle, T is first, R is second. So that's going to be congruent to TR. And that's another side. And the reason that we can say that is we are given that it's a midpoint, and then now we can say they're congruent, and that is by definition of midpoint. All right. The next thing we have is line segment QP is parallel to line segment ST. So QP is right here. We'll put our arrow on there, and that's parallel to ST. And that in itself, we can't really mark anything on our drawing, but that's given, so we can keep that on there. But because we know parallel lines, now we can start thinking about parallel lines cut by transversal. So parallel lines cut by transversal say that angle P is congruent to angle T, and that even in our statement here, P is first and T is first, so that shows that those angles should be, if the triangles are going to be congruent, then the parts have to be congruent. And that is an angle. And the reason that we can say that is because of alternate interior angles. Now they say vertical angles. So which angles would be vertical? And that is this angle and this angle. And we have to name it correctly. So R has to be the middle. So if we say PRQ, PRQ, and TRS, and it actually, because we can pay attention to the way this is written, we should be able to write it correctly. So angle PRQ is congruent to angle TRS by vertical angles. And now we can do our last step here, which is say our prove, which always goes on the last line. And we can say triangle PRQ is congruent to triangle TRS. Oh, triangle, not angle. And why can we say that? Well, we have angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. And then we finish up with QED.